So what are we doing?
Anthorrorween.
Oh my god. I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
Anthorroween.
Never mind. If you call your movie The Vault of Horror, like, you better deliver.
There should be gross horror in it.
It's a statement right there. The Vault of Horror. It better not be the vault of just okay. I want to be horrified.
The vault implies that it's locked down. It should be scary and you shouldn't be able to open it because it's so horrifying.
Fingers crossed.
Did you ever watch that movie that was like based in an elevator and it's a bunch of people and one of them was Satan or the devil?
Yeah.
What was that?
It's called something like it stupid, like Satan or evil.
Elevator?
Elevator. That's a good name.
Is it?
No. But this elevator brackets going down.
Nice.
It was called something. It was a one-word title, like evil. Lucifer. I thought it was a decent film. Decent enough.
Okay.
Nice little. It's like a who done it, but you're more like who is it?
Yeah.
It's not a who done it. It's a who is it. Yes.
This elevator has no push buttons.
And there's no way out. Someone's bound to come down here soon. Why not make the best of it?
I would be.
I'd be concerned.
I would at least do a perimeter check on the room.
Yeah.
Just like what's behind here, what's behind here.
Anytime.
He's a professional of some sort and he got taken down pretty easily.
Too easy.
Who's there?
It's your brother, Harold.
He paid a private investigator to find her. That's why he's there. Private detective said.
Okay.
Yeah, private detective said to him, I'm not quite sure about the town. The town's a wee bit dodgy, right? He's like, okay, kill you. And then he goes to her door, knocks on the door. She says, who is it? It's your brother. Oh, okay.
Come on in. Clearly she's been hiding.
Mm-hmm. You just let him in.
So what is the catch?
It better be a horrific catch.
You always were his favorite. He left you everything. For as long as you live.
Just come on out and say it.
Yeah. He just goes, for as long as you live. Clicks the knife open and people just go...
and die immediately without a fuss.
Yeah, he's an excellent murderer.
Oh, yes. It tastes rather strange.
It is our usual, sir.
That's the shitiest bowl of soup you'd ever seen.
It's like water.
Broth. Blood broth. So the vampires must get some people who just walk in off the street.
Don't know any better.
You should have like a human detector at the door. You walk in.
Are they telling these stories or what did we just watch?
Yeah, he's telling this. No, he's telling a dream that happened. They're all sharing dreams. And that was his weird dream.
That was clearly him dying and now they're in purgatory.
Yeah. He could have dreamt up some better fangs.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was a neat, fun story.
Yeah.
Much better than the frozen stuff. Quite a nice bouquet.
Of course it bothers me. Place for everything and everything in its place. That's how businesses are run. That's how societies run. And that is how a home should be run.
Yes, Arthur.
I don't like being in this guy's house.
Why?
Because look at it. It's gross.
I know.
Even the cookware he's using, I can see it in Value Village.
Yeah.
Right? The kind of shit you walk past and like, oh fuck, that's old.
Gross.
Yeah. Maybe there's a problem here with this episode is that we're talking about the cutlery and the wallpaper.
It's a bit, it doesn't seem like a horror vignette.
It's not a vault of horror, it's a vault of 70s wallpapers.
All my things neatly filed away. Nails, size, length, screws, size, kind, thread, diameter. I know where everything is. I just have to put out my hand and I find it. And that, Eleanor, is the value of neatness.
Like, I am a stickler for things in their place. I think you just get that way when you're older. Like, my tea bags. I like my box of tea bags to be where they are
right
in the cupboard,
there,
so I can open the cupboard. If they were put somewhere else, it would totally fuck me up. Like, where's my fucking tea bags? Like, life would end.
I agree. Because, I mean, not so much in like the fridge. Like fridge stuff can just go wherever it is. But stuff in the pantry,
Yeah.
like the cups need to go where the cups go. You can't just like put things in random spots. Where's the horror?
Messed up my whole house. Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you? Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you? Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you do anything neatly?
Yeah, you would be angry if I just said to you constantly over and over, can't you do anything neatly? Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you? I want to see the jar that says bollocks. Penis and bollocks. How come chocolate tastes different when you're older?
It is a trick.
Something mystic power.
Well, I don't know, he had a knife in his mouth, I couldn't tell. Take a knife out your mouth, mate. I was saying, hold on a minute. Going into the shop, you can't hear what they're saying because they've got masks on now. So I was like, you have to speak louder. Right, I had that in the bank today. I had to like really, you know when you squint your eyes to listen to someone, it was like that, like. Aye.
It's bad.
Next time I'm just going to leave the mask and go in with a knife in my mouth.
The real one is in his sleeve.
What magician would do that? Go up to someone and say, it's just a trick. Right, everyone check this out, look at this, it's fake. You know.
You would get blacklisted from the magician community.
The magic circle.
Yes.
What a cunt.
Just tricks. Huh? As a fellow magician, I can assure you of that.
I don't like magic tricks, but I like illusionists.
Sorry, I couldn't not do that.
It's an illusion.
Cut it. Do you remember, did you ever remember when David Copperfield was like huge in like the 90s? And then there was that TV special where he made the Statue of Liberty disappear or something?
I never saw it.
Oh, I remember that it was going to be like this big like TV special. And then it was just like, okay.
Did it work? Did it look good?
I mean, it happened, but like, it's on TV, so they can do that with like movies. So, I don't know.
And then later on they had the Masked Magician.
What's that?
You never heard of that? It's like the Masked Magician, and he'd have a mask on, and he'd show the tricks and how they were done. And like breaking all the rules of the magic circle. Magicians were an upheaval. It can't be done.
Who was he? Was it revealed?
Yeah, it was revealed like later on, a few years later, as the show was losing some popularity, and he took off his mask, and it was a Mexican-looking dude. It's like, I'm Julio, the masked magician.
Valentino, the masked magician.
How much? How much do you want for the trick?
Any other country, you walk down an alley and you say, I'm looking to buy a trick.
Oh.
Way different response.
Yeah.
She had that look like, it's not really that great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not. It's not like, he says it will be a sensation. Get this rope, the magic rope, and I'll use it in my new show.
It's only a sensation because he doesn't understand it.
Right. It's not like, you know, the curtains open up and King Kong is attached to the chains on the wall. That would be a sensation. But the rope trick? You go on, you know, America's Got Talent with that thing. The rope trick.
You're getting buzzed off the stage.
You're just like, taking too long. Taking too long. What if he strangled her with a rope to kill her?
Ooh,
That would have been good. That would have been ironic.
Yes.
Or just chop their head off with a big machete.
Okay. Cool. She got transported somewhere.
That was cool. Maybe it's like a parallel, like a portal.
Yeah.
Parallel portal. And on the other side of the portal is like little aliens holding up the rope.
Yeah.
Like, fucking pull. Then they see this lady and like, I'll fucking grab you.
Awesome. Reminds me of Mr. Boogedy. Did you ever watch that?
What?
Mr. Boogedy?
No, what is it?
I think it was like a Disney TV show.
Mr. Boogedy?
Mr. Boogedy.
Boogedy?
Boogedy.
Boogedy, right. Is it a horror?
It's for like kids, but it like scared me when I was younger. And there's like the scene where like that the house is like possessed, or I can't really remember how it goes. But there's like a scene where something like that, like a cord or something, becomes possessed. Shit, I'm gonna have to find it.
Examples.
This house is not haunted.
Keep an eye out for the Boogedy Man.
What boogity man? Boogity boogity.
Now it's every man, woman, and child for himself.
I don't want to be the guy who dies from a magic rope. Like, how did you die? Fucking magic rope. She started whipping at me. Like, yeah.
A rope.
That was a decent little segment. Nasty sting in the tail. And he had it coming.
Yeah, satisfying.
What were you throwing it with you? I throw it that way. Oh.
People shouldn't laugh in a horror movie. There shouldn't be a joke like that in a horror movie. It should be, yeah, sometimes you throw a joke in there to relieve the tension you've been building. It's sort of like when you think you see Michael Myers near the hedge and you walk over and you look, he's not there, and you're relieved. That's it. Just relieve them.
But then you crack a joke about it.
Like,
Not when you're building the tension.
Yeah. The dirt in the face. Wrong mood. Bad.
Wrong mood.
Missed opportunity. Scare them. Keep them freaked out. Crank for 90 minutes. And just fuck. And their only escape from this horror movie is going outside, turning it off and leaving the room. That's what a horror movie should be. God damn it. I didn't like that one at all. Horror and comedy should never go together. And I know people will point to examples where it worked, but I think horror comedy only works in like the rare circumstances. Like, you have to have a real, it's be really fluky, or have a real master of his craft. Something like Sam Raimi, Evil Dead, or American Werewolf in London.
It's hard to be like actually scared when there's like goofy things happening.
Yeah.
So
it's a fucking fine ass balance, and I don't think it works for me. I don't want levity in a horror movie. And then,
like, do you think comedy horror is its own thing? Like, you can't have a comedic horror movie.
You could have because you can have like something like Return of the Living Dead, which is Night of the Living Dead, only a comedy version, and it's great, but it's not scary. But you know, Night of the Living Dead is scary, so I don't know if the two of them work well together. I mean, it's proven that they do on rare occasions, but it's not my cup of tea. The old James Whale Universal Frankenstein movies, Bride of Frankenstein, Invisible Man. He had this actress in there, like Scottish actress, right? And she was like a wee housekeeper, and she'd always make jokes. Ooh, and she'd have these big expressions like, ah! And I hated it. And
goofy.
Aye. And all the reviews I saw were like, oh, she's really, really funny, ha ha ha. And I'm like,
it doesn't suit what you're watching.
No, it's terrible. Like, the movies are brilliant, but every time I see this wee old Scottish lady, I think, ugh.
But why that one? Why that particular nightmare?
Why are you interested in his nightmare? It's yours that you're really concerned with, isn't it?
This is who people see as Doctor Who. So in The Simpsons, remember that episode where they cut the collector, and he's got little packages, and he's got Xena there, and he's got this guy, the Doctor, with a big scarf.
Yeah,
that's him.
Okay, so he's like iconic Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, the iconic Doctor Who with that classic scarf. And he's a really good actor. He takes the material and he can elevate it with an eccentric performance.
What do you wish?
To buy voodoo.
Why?
To get revenge on those who wronged me.
A store just like that. You walk in, you sit down, and the guy says, "Can I help you?" "Yes, I want to buy voodoo for revenge." Sit down. "Yeah, sure. Wee consultation, but we'll give you your voodoo at the end." Brilliant.
You want that? You want a voodoo?
A voodoo store. Specialising in revenge.
Just next to the Costco.
Maybe it's modern art where it's kind of
shit.
I saw modern art one time. We went to a museum in Edinburgh, and it was a modern art museum, modern art gallery, and we went there, and there was a fucking frame, and inside the frame is a pencil, just a pencil, on a wall, by this artist. It's a fucking pencil.
I hate it.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Art should not be something that I can mock up in 10 minutes. Art should not be that. It should be something really complex. Takes another human being a long time to master it. Not, he's a fucking pencil in a frame, bish bash bosh, art, pay me 5,000.
Yeah, that's scam.
Bollocks.
I went to a gallery once and there was a display or whatever of lunch trays all stacked together. They were all different colors. And it was something to do with the prison system. But it was just stacks of lunch trays all on top of each other.
Modern art is just used for laundering money.
Probably.
Yeah, come on. Like, no one's... I just don't buy it. As in anyone, you can use as many pretentious words as you like, and, you know, wrap as many sentences and string them all together and make it sound fancy, but at the end of the day, it's just a stack of trays or a pencil in a frame.
And this is your impression of the prison system?
Yeah.
It's like, well, anybody can do that.
This represents the commercialization of Halloween.
Oh, God.
And how we have taken an old holiday and we have commercialized it and wrapped it all up in little plastic spookiness stuff, and then we hang it. This is what this represents. This is art, and I did not buy it from the dollar store.
What is the price tag? of
is.
this art piece.
It is $5,000.
Bargain.
Yeah.
We're so uncultured, honey.
I know, we are scum.
Yeah.
No. You cheated me, all three of you. And I'm going to have revenge.
I'd love to laugh like that once.
I know. It's just the weirdest thing.
This is maniacally.
Weird.
He's a shit drawer.
Yep.
See?
She didn't even turn around.
You have 2 minutes to live.
Good old Marcus Brody should have said, actually, I went to the old voodoo man too. Pulls out another painting, and they both of them start scratching each other's painting. You draw something, you draw... Fuck you. Battle of paintings. Immediate thoughts? The Vault of Horror.
Some winners and some losers.
Winners and losers, yeah.
Which one was your favorite?
I like the vampire one.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was just fucking dumb and fun. And the stupid little fangs. And it was fast. These stories should be fast. I mean, we're not watching a full movie here.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them were pretty poor.
Yeah.
And 2 of them were okay.
Okay.
So, I mean, that last one really took all my energy away.
Yeah. Took too long.
Drawn out.
Drawn out.
Hey. Meant it. The last one we watched, Tales from the Crypt, was full on, fun, snappy, brilliant.
Yeah.
And this was more like the B team. He'll write you something, and they come up with something like this.
Not super interesting.
No, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Don't watch it. If I was to put this on Halloween, I would be asleep in an hour, just like, where's my whiskey? My red label.
Red label.
Fucking sleeping. So I would give this 5 Tales from the Crypt out of 10.
Yeah.
5?
5.
Yeah. Vault of Horror. More like Vault of...
Borer.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Fun. I'm keeping that.